Are you looking to jump to the different systems in Star Citizen but don't know how to use the jump gates? Don't worry, folks. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to use these systems. First of all, we need to go into our Mobi and head to the map, and we want to be searching for whatever gateway we're looking for. So in this case, we're searching for Nyx Gateway. Just be careful here. You will see two gateways for each location. We want to look for the gateway in our current system. So in this case, Stanton. Select that, put it as your route, and then get going to the location. And just to flag here, when searching the name of the gateway, you are searching for the system you want to arrive in, not the one you are currently in. As we start to approach the system, we'll see some lovely animations come in, and most importantly, we will see a green point denoting where the jump point is. Now, in this scenario, I've been incredibly lucky and the jump gate is perfectly in front of me. If it's not, just use your scanner, look around, and that green dot will always appear. As we can see here, the green mark is 100-ish kilometers away. However, on our right, as we get close, we can see some little textures of the entrance to the gateway, but these don't actually denote where the gateway is. So always follow the green point on your map all the way into the station. As you're going in, you want to make sure you're starting to slow down as you get close. You don't actually need to go through these highlighted circles, which are flashing as you go along. The main thing you want to aim for is the final flashing circle, and you want to be lining your ship up just at that point. Make sure you're still in quantum mode as you approach the gateway, and you can see that the animation in a moment will start to change as we get slightly closer. It's important to flag here that you do need to make sure you have the jump module in your ship, and I'll show you slightly later on how to make sure that module is available to you. Now we need to slow down as we get to the gateway, as if we're going too fast, the game will just manually push us away. And as we do so, we will start the jump protocol. So as we change into the navigation mode, and that is the mode where we can quantum drive, we will see the system will start to load up. In this case, the jump point is already open. So all we need to do is point our ship at the jump gate, wait a couple of seconds, and we will automatically get pulled into the point. Now, this isn't always the case, so it's important to make sure what situation you're in. I'm going to show you in a second how to manually open the gate as well. This for me is one of the best points in Star Citizen. I absolutely love going through these jump points. The main thing to focus on here is keeping your ship nice and far away from the walls. If you fall into the walls, you'll be dropped out of space with a very, very long quantum drive cooldown timer. If you've run out of fuel, you won't actually be able to jump back, at which point you may need to ask one of your Orc-mates to come over with a Starfarer to give you some more fuel. Now, CIG has tried to be very helpful and give you a nice white marker telling you the optimum route to take through the jump point. I've sped up this footage a little bit, but basically you want to just follow this white light all the way through. I find it can be annoying sometimes just because you're flying into this white light, so I prefer personally to actually take a slightly different path, but you can do that however you want. Now, the good news here is these jump holes are actually very, very large, so you don't need to worry too much about hitting the walls. And there you go, you are now through to the other system. So here I'm going to show you what happens if a jump point isn't open. We go through the exact same animation, however, when we're fully tuned up, we are now asked to open the jump point. To do this, just press mouse 1 once. Don't click and hold, just click it once. We will see that we will shoot some kind of beam, as it is Beam Citizen, and the jump point will begin its opening animation. Apart from that, everything else is exactly the same and you're good to go. But what happens if you're struggling with the jump gate? Well, this typically happens if you have changed your quantum drive recently, and as you can see in the center of the screen, we have an error message flashing up. Ignore the ship ports unlocked, that's a totally different error from me being a bot. If this is the case, you will need to fly to any gateway station and buy a propulsion drive, which can be bought at any of the gateway stations. Once you've bought it, go into your loadout manager, make sure your ship is stored, click on the ship you are looking at, and head into propulsion. Now make sure in use is saying 1. If in use is saying 0, that means you do not have a propulsion drive in your ship and you will not be able to travel. You will need to re-equip this propulsion drive every single time you change your quantum drive, so definitely make sure you do this before leaving the station. And that's it, folks. I really hope this was helpful. If it was, please consider giving me a like, comment, subscribe, or supporting me over on Ko-fi, and I'll see you in the next one.